Hello, my name is METİN ARIDAŞIR. This is 31st part of explanation of my theory, Invalid Uncertainty Principle of Heisenberg. Nobody observed the photon as a particle while it is relocating or it is at rest. But all accepted physics have been computing the light speed and related accountings by using the certain and constancy formula. There is incoherence to mention the uncertainty principle for much more big size electrons. Nobody observed the electron as a particle while it is relocating or it is at rest. But how can the accepted physics theories behave certain for certain and constant photon speed and photon formulas while behaving uncertain for the electron? Again, nobody observed the photon as a particle while it is relocating or it is at rest. But all accepted physics have been computing the light speed and related accountings by using the certain and constant C formula. There is incoherence to mention the uncertainty principle for much more big size electrons. Nobody observed the electron as a particle while it is relocating or it is at rest, or neither it is relocating nor it is at rest. But how can the accepted physics theories behave certain for certain and constant photon speed and photon formulas while behaving uncertain for the much more big size electron? Remember, I have designed an experiment, and I have plotted this black body graph according to my theory and according to my formulas. Remember, please have a look at my former videos. This is the detector sphere, okay? Inner surface detector sphere, I said that. And there was a hole and ejected electron at certain accelerating voltage. Electrons, gains velocity. Here, I don't want repeating same things. But this is sphere. Closed sphere, but hull of inner surface is detector. When any wave strike or touch inside of that, I thought that there is a gauge energy in EV. There is a gauge, okay? Okay. Here, my formulas results. According to my theory and my formulas, this is applied accelerating voltage from entering for electrons and accelerated from that point and coming the sphere, then closed. Okay, this is my experimental proposal. Yes. Here, there are my formulas. Don't forget, please. This is my formula. N is here, energy formula, touching energy formula. N represents each cycle. Okay, this is so important. First cycle is what? First cycle is electron motion forms in equal 1. Electron motion forms initial cycle, and this first cycle sphere is itself. This is electron. Okay, and it has a certain energy value. This is so important, and this is gauge, energy gauge in EV. Okay, here, for instance, our electron's initial wavelength is lambda n, remember, 0.3 nanometer. We applied that electron motion form 20 keV accelerated voltage, and that time the electron motion form's velocity will be, according to my theory and my formulas, not relativistic formula or not accepted another classical formula. According to my formula, VE, velocity of electron motion form, is 238,650 km per second, and delta lambda is that. Then lambda n minus delta lambda is 0.06135. Okay. This is known from my formulas according to my theory. What will I do now? Okay. While electron motion form is relocating, think of, for instance, the electron motion form is just in there, in that position, here, position, okay. In that position, a distance before touching itself, an equal 1 situation, I wait, an equal 1 situation for electron motion forms itself touching. When electron motion form touch itself, it means n equal 1. Please, this is so important, but if before n equal 1 touching, first cycle touching, before that, waves will touch inner surface, okay? In that position, say here n equal 1, n equal 2, n equal 3, okay? N equal 1, itself, electron, we wait to touch itself, okay? N equal 1, n equal 2, n equal 3, n equal 4, 5, touch 6, okay? For instance. And it will be an energy. It will count an energy. And this gauge, this will display us a figure. Okay. For example, for instance, here. if n equal 5, here, according to my theory and my formulas, I computed that this gauge will display 808.19 eV energy. Okay. Now, we will think that not yet electron is not that point yet. Okay. This is position that we wait electron will touch. Then here say n equal 2. I computed that energy 5051.21 eV. No. By the way, according to my theorem formulas, we know the velocity of electron 238,650 km per second. Okay, under the effect of 20 keV accelerating voltage. We know that. Okay, certainly we know that, according to my theory and my promise. What are we looking for? We are looking for at that certain velocity. We know that at same moment we look for the placement, the place of the position of this electron motion form. The position of this electron motion form is just that point in the 0 degree direction, inner surface, touching at n equal 1 first cycle itself, electron. This is electron. Electron motion forms are, an electron motion form is when its initial cycle, it is itself. First cycle, first wave is itself. This is electron motion form. First sphere, as a first sphere. Okay. Here, we know, then we predicted, according to my theory and my formulas, we predicted electron velocity and we predicted its first cycle's energy. What is that? First cycle energy. Here, I put in there n equal 1. Okay. Then cosine 0 degree is 1. It means it is so important. Here, lambda n minus delta lambda. I computed that here. Lambda minus delta lambda is equal to 0.06135. 0.06135. nanometer. Put in that what is result here. We predicted before. We look for that EV where on this gauge we know 808.19 EV. No, not yet. There is no electron motion form at that position for now. Not yet. No, 5051.21 EV. No, not yet. At that point, that position, there is no electron motion form. But we predicted this. We know electron motion forms velocity. What is that? $238,650 kilometer per second. We know that. Okay. And we predicted this energy. When this gauge shows 20,204.87 EV, just that time, this is the position of electron. Okay, position, and we know position point because of, yes, finally, we saw this 2000, I'm so sorry, 20,204.87 EV. Now just we saw this. This is position, yes. When we measure the time, also, when we saw that which time, at that time, this is the position. This is point of electron motion form. And we know velocity. Electron, in that time, it is here. This position is its position, and its velocity is 238,650 kilometer per second. Okay. All of that. Here. We can determine the electron's position and velocity at same moment. We can determine free electron motion forms velocity and position simultaneously. One of foundation of quantum physics and indeterministic behavior of accepted physics is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. One of pillar and one of foundation stone is Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and it is invalid. Heisenberg uncertainty principle is invalid. Have a good day. See you later.